Hi everyone, I'm Aaliyah. I am 17 years old from Lincoln County, a very small town. I have a condition called conversion, which causes me to have seizures or pass out spells due to anxiety and stress. And because of that, it sent me into a very bad depression. And it just progressed. The medicine wasn't helping as much. And eventually it got to the point where I tried to kill myself. I ended up in a mental hospital, which, trust me, you never want to end up there. It's not fun. But it made me realize how important my life is and that there are people around me who care and love me and want to help. I consider him to be my dad. His name was Jeremy. My dad was never around, and when Jeremy came along, he was more of a father to me than anyone else has been. When I was 8 years old, he ended his life. The impact from that was hard. For months and months, I cried. And to be honest, it's almost been 9 years and I still cry because it broke my heart. To this day, I don't know why he did it. And I guess when I tried it, my intentions at first were to die. And then after I did it, because I cut my wrists, I decided I didn't want to die, that I needed help. So I did. I now see a therapist, which is hard for me because I have trouble opening up to people. So my point of doing this blog is to maybe help others who are going through what I went through and am still struggling with, and just to be able to open up and let people know that there are people there for you. Anytime you need them, just text them, call them, email, whatever. Someone will be there to help you. And if they're not, I will be there for you. I promise. I'm also doing this because it gives me a chance to express myself, say how my day has been going, and just to be me without actually having face-to-face conversation because I struggle opening up. I'm starting it today because today is Father's Day. Father's Day is a very tough time for me because, as I said, my dad was not around. He is a drug addict. Drugs were more important to him than his own kids. And I actually have multiple siblings that have different mothers that I will never have a chance to have a relationship with. And then we have Jeremy, who, like I said, took his own life. And to this day, it's still very hard to be able to celebrate Father's Day and not think about him. I wish I could have stopped him from doing it, but I was only 8, and there was nothing I could do. And because of the impact it had on me, the sadness, the crying every day, anytime a holiday comes up, I get upset because he's not there. And then I have friends who talk about, oh, my dad did this, I have to ask my dad this. And I just look at them and think, well, I'm glad you have a dad. You have a father figure to be there for you. Because I'm now 17 and I haven't had that in a very long time. Oh, sorry. I struggle from depression really bad. And it's hard on my family because I don't know how to help. They don't know what to do to make it better. Some don't understand it when you just sit and cry and you can't tell anybody why. And you don't want to open up to anybody because you feel like you're a burden. If you tell them what's going on, then it's just going to cause more drama, and people will think, oh, hey, you're just doing all of this for attention. When in all reality, you're not. Because my depression and my stress got so bad, I started having up to 10 or more seizures a day. I don't really have a life. I stay at home, in my room most of the time, or outside with my grandparents. They are afraid to take me anywhere because they're afraid we will be walking and that I'll just fall out, which I've done many times. I've hit my head, had a concussion. I've been in the hospital multiple times because of it, and there's nothing they can do. I also recently found out that I am pretty much allergic to everything, outside and inside, which can be a factor in my seizures because it stresses my body out. And to clarify, when I say everything, I am allergic to almost all molds, and you'd be amazed of the types of molds there are. I'm allergic to dogs, cats, roaches, all but about 2 types of grasses, all but about 2 types of weeds, and all but 3 trees. I have chickens, a lot of them. I have 3 dogs, and one of them sleeps with me, so that's kind of an issue, I guess. But I guess I'm getting off topic. If you have depression or you're just struggling in any type of way with anxiety, just know that it's okay. And one thing that helps me, which I figured this out while in the mental hospital, there's different types of therapies to help you express yourself without actually speaking. You have art therapy. Just pull out a coloring book and color or draw. Do arts and crafts, create things. There's music therapy. If you want to get some drums and just go to town on them, go for it. Because it helps release pent up stress and energy. You can listen to music. There's all types of music to describe how you're feeling, that you relate to on a personal level. And I do too. I will sit and I will listen to music for hours. I will sit and color. As a matter of fact, I have been coloring a lot. This actually took me like a few days. My dogs also help me because no matter what, they give you unconditional love. And I recently had to put down my dog, the little man, because he had gotten too aggressive and I was afraid he was going to end up biting somebody else. I couldn't even look at him without him growling. You couldn't touch him or anything. So we thought it was best to put him down because we figured there was a mental disability going on with him, and this way he's more at peace. I still have 3 dogs, 2 Chihuahuas, and a pit bull. I am looking into getting my pit bull trained to be a service dog for my seizures and also for my depression, an emotional support dog. And most people, they think pit bulls are horrible, that they are the meanest creatures on earth. And that's not true. My pit bull, her name is Mary Jane. She is the sweetest, most loving dog you will ever meet. She thinks she is the lap dog, and my Chihuahuas think they are the pit bull. Mary Jane is also very lazy. She has trouble getting up on the couches and beds because she's gotten fat. But dogs, for some reason, they comfort you. It doesn't matter if you're angry, if you're mad. Well, I guess that goes with angry. If you're sad, they're always there for you. You can always count on them. They may not be able to talk, but they can tell when you're upset. Another thing is you have to learn to, well, I have to anyway, learn to open up to people. Whether it's a best friend, a family member, I open up to my cousin. Whether it's your mom, your dad, your sibling, just someone. There's someone out there who will understand and who won't judge you. I lost my train of thought. I am also a pageant girl. I have 3 state titles, and I would be going to nationals this July, but because of my depression and my seizures, that got in the way of it. My depression took away all of my interests. I didn't even want to get out of bed. When you get up and you talk to people, you go out and have fun, things get easier. Don't let your depression get in the way of living your life. Be who you are and don't care what other people think. The only person that it should matter what they think is yourself. So, me with my blue hair, most people don't like it because they say, oh, it's a pretty color, but it doesn't suit you. Okay, that's fine. You are allowed to have an opinion. But it's my hair, it's my body, and I like it. I have actually had, well, I still have a nose ring. I had a tongue ring. I've had it pierced twice. I have 3 holes in each ear. I've had my cartilage pierced. I've had my belly button pierced. And a lot of people look down on piercings and tattoos, when in reality, I see it as a way to express yourself. Clothing doesn't always work. Yes, you can dress however you want, but that's not completely expressing yourself. If you want to go out here and dye your hair the rainbow, or if you want to go out here and get piercings or tattoos, I say you should go for it. And don't let anybody stop you. Yes, tattoos and piercings can get in the way of jobs. But with a piercing, you can always take it out and then put it back in. And tattoos, they make makeup to cover it up. If you do pageants, they look down upon it. So I've had to take my nose ring out or my tongue ring out. And it really sucks. It does. But that's okay. I see it as they're looking about how you present yourself. And I guess I'm kind of contradicting myself, really. To me, pageants should be about, yes, the outer beauty a little bit, but more of the inner beauty. It should be about how you walk, how you talk, how you present yourself. If you want to have orange hair, go for it. I think you should be allowed to and go out there, and if your walk is good, if you walk with confidence, if you speak with confidence, and you speak loudly, and you just present yourself in a good way, I think that is all that should matter. It shouldn't matter how your dress looks, whether it's $1,000 dress or $100 dress. I don't think makeup should matter as much. I think if you want to go natural and wear no makeup, you should be allowed to. Because beauty isn't everything. Your personality is. And I have been bullied. I really have for 6 years. And that's when my depression first started. It was tough. It kind of freaked my mom out. She didn't know what to do. But I got through it. And then it kind of spiraled again a few years later. But that's okay. Getting out there and doing the pageants, that kind of helped because it got my mind off of everything else. I did reporting with Hollywood Connections with Dawn Reese. I would go out there and I would interview different people. I've interviewed Branch and Dean, which is a country band. I've interviewed another beauty queen. I've interviewed wrestlers, which was awesome. Turns out I'm actually really into wrestling. My favorite tag team is the Monster Squad. They are awesome. And then I have a few other single wrestlers that I like because I go see the live wrestling. I've interviewed the Rock and Roll Express, which everybody is so excited. Everybody loves the Rock and Roll Express, and that's because they grew up with them. I didn't, so I didn't see the big deal from it, but they were pretty cool. And with the reporting and the pageants and constantly doing something, I wasn't as stressed about life itself. I didn't have time to sit and think and cause myself to be more sad. Now I try to work on being who I am, going out and hanging out with my friends, which is another thing. I have friends that kind of avoid being around me because of my seizures. At prom, I had a seizure at dinner, and I thought I was going to be okay. I got to prom, and I had a few seizures, and my friend freaked out. I was supposed to go to her house after prom and stay the night. Well, after I walked out of the building, I was really upset. I was crying because I had a beautiful dress. It was supposed to be a great day, great night, but it got ruined. Everybody else went back and had fun. I didn't. And when I mentioned that I was supposed to go back to my friend's house to stay the night, she automatically hyped up and said, "Oh, you're not staying the night at my house." And it really hurt my feelings that she didn't want me around because of it. And yes, I realized that my seizures can be scary, but it's just a part of who I am. And I don't think she knows how much that hurt and how much it hurts that anytime I ask her to do something, there's always a reason why she can't. But then she's able to go and do stuff with other friends that are also my friends. So, deep down, that really hurts. Even at my birthday party, it was supposed to be about me. It was supposed to be about having fun with my friends, having one good day. And all she could do was stay on her phone and talk about how her and my cousin, how they had to hurry up and play this game because they had to go because her boyfriend was meeting them somewhere. That they had to go, they had to go. And it really hurt my feelings because it was my birthday party. That she literally left about 30 minutes after she got there. And my thought was, you come to someone else's birthday party, a day that's supposed to be about them, and then you are constantly on your phone, even after you are confronted about it, and you consistently talk about how you have to go because your boyfriend's waiting. It's not right. What is the point of coming if you're going to leave 30 minutes later, and before you leave, you do all of that? I don't understand a lot. And I think I blame myself for a lot of it because they are stress related, my seizures kind of is my fault that people don't want to be around me. Because if I would just stop stressing about everything, they'd go away. But people don't realize how hard it is not to stress. Even when you don't know you're stressing about something, it's always there. Well, that's not something I can help. I constantly worry about my mother, my grandmother, my grandfather, everyone. I'm an empath and I feel what other people feel. If you're sad and crying, I feel it and I'm sad and that I'm crying right there with you. But I want everyone to know that I will be your friend and I will be there and stand by you if you ever need anything. If you need to call me just to rant about something or cry, I will stay on the phone with you while you cry. I will sit next to you while you scream and yell and throw things because you're angry. And then if you want to go out and have ice cream, let's go out and have ice cream. But I think someone's medical issues shouldn't get in the way of your friendships. I think if they are your true friends, they will stand by you and they will be there to help you with whatever you need. And I do have a friend like that. Her name is Haley. She is my cousin, but she's also to me my best friend. She is my true friend. She's always been there for me. She will come and stay at my house and hang out with me and talk to me, and we will just sit and have a good time and talk about weird, crazy things. Or we'll play video games. And if I have a seizure, I have a seizure. She makes sure I'm okay, and then we go about our business. She doesn't sit there and freak out and then want to avoid me. She doesn't do that. I know that my seizures get in the way of some things, but she really is my true friend. And I know I'm going through a lot of topics, and I know the pageants had no relevance to anything I was saying, really. But that's okay. I don't really know how people do these things. Yes, it's easier to talk to a computer than it is to talk face to face. But even though the videos go up on the internet, there's still always that small chance that there will be those rude comments, that somebody's not going to like what you have to say. And that's okay. It really is. If you want to hate on my videos, go for it. Because I know that one day my videos might help somebody. A YouTuber named Emma Chamberlain is someone who inspires me. She doesn't care what other people think. She will say what's on her mind. She doesn't care if she's in sweatpants and a t-shirt. You shouldn't have to get all dressed up just to make a video. And I'm not going to. Some days I might, but other times, why does it matter as long as I'm comfortable? You know? But if you like my video, please subscribe down below. And if you think it will help anybody, please share it. Show it to other people and let them know that there's always somebody there listening and being there for them.